What's good? What's good? This is Steeker. This is Steeker, the podcast. Hey, if you ain't done it yet and you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Si te gusta lo que mira, press like. Share this video all your social media platforms. Drop a comment in the comment section. I'm always interacting with mi gente, ya tu sabe. Hit the notification bell to get notified. Visit the website, r2drec.com. And hey, just for a second, why are you settling for less? Don't you ever settle for less. Always shoot for the stars and get yours. And what I mean by that, if you're working for a company, we all know when you first start working for a company, hey, you got to figure how things go. You get things rolling and you start hitting certain numbers. You start seeing these numbers and you still getting paid the same amount when you first came in. Hey, you got to step it up. Hey, let me go talk to my boss, man, very quick. Or let me talk to the, manager, whoever's in charge, and let them know, hey, look, I'm doing these numbers right now, and I'm not going to settle for less. I need a little bit more compensation. I need some more money in my pockets. I need to go ahead and have that conversation with my supervisor, whoever's available at the time. Let them know, hey, look at my numbers. What can we do so I can get a little bit more money? Because we already know how it is right now. Está un poquito caliente, va tu hijo de la chingada. And also, man, look, ladies, I'm telling you this right now. If you're dealing with somebody and you've been dealing with them and you see that it ain't going nowhere, you feel like it's a waste of your time, and for some reason you're still dealing with it, ask yourself, could you do better? Why are you settling for something like that? Why settle for less when you could get the best? Don't make no sense to me. And fellas, if she ain't respecting you, she's making her own moves and making her own decisions, staying up late, not taking accountabilities for her mistakes, ask yourself, is this the only one? No, it ain't. Don't settle for less. Hey, you know your worth. Everybody that I know is valuable in some kind of way. So when you start thinking and get some time for yourself and you start saying, hey, what can I do to change my circumstance? Because what I'm doing right now is not working. It's not. I'm stressed out. I'm not sleeping like I need to be sleeping. I'm not working out. I'm not eating healthy. I'm not doing the proper things to take care of myself because this person is holding me back. So ask yourself at that moment, why am I settling for less? Because trust me when I tell you, you don't want to go down that path 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, a full year, and it feels like you wasted a lifetime. So when you start thinking about you as the individual, when you're looking in the mirror, you ask yourself, am I really settling for less right now? What am I really worth? What are my values? Ask yourself those questions. And once you start asking yourself those questions, you start realizing that, hey, maybe, just maybe, I go ahead and up and leave. This ain't gonna work out. I've tried. I did my best, but this ain't going nowhere. Same thing with a job. Hey, I'm working. I'm putting in the numbers. They're not listening to me. Hey, it's time to move around. Don't ever in your life get comfortable, because the minute you start getting comfortable is when you're gonna start settling for less. You will. And then when you start thinking about it and you start analyzing your whole life and you start saying, hey man, what am I doing wrong? What can I do better? I can't expect this person that I'm with that probably broke me into pieces to put me back together with some cheap glue, pretty much. It's almost like a broken glass, right? At first, when you think about a glass cup, right? It's smooth, it's hard, it holds itself right. In the minute you drop it, break it, and let's say that person broke you. Pieces all over the place. then what happens? That person is trying to put you together little by little, piecing you here and there, right? The glass don't look as smooth no more. It's rough around the edges. The minute you just hold it, it feels like it's just gonna break. Do you want to feel like that? The minute you hold it, it feels like it's just gonna break. That person try to piece you together. Tried their best to piece you together, but it didn't work. It didn't work because now it's not as smooth. You can't just grab it and pick it up, because the minute you pick it up, you might break it again, or you might cut yourself. So don't settle for less, man. You are more valuable than what you think you are. And it's sad because there's going to be people that you know in your life that are living like that, and you want to give them advice, but you're not giving yourself that advice. And it's painful and it hurts. It does. So you got to ask yourself, what values do I bring? Am I worth the fight? Because if you're just going to settle for less, don't be surprised that when you old and gray and feel like you haven't accomplished nothing, and you're sitting there in your rocking chair, whatever you want, and you look at your life and you say, what did I bring to this world? What impact did I play? What did I change? Whose lives did I change? Look, settling just to settle, it means that you got comfortable. You got to get uncomfortable. You got to get back on that grind. You got to get back on that horse. You got to do what you have to do. Got to get back on that bike. Hey, take one step forward, just one step at a time. But don't expect somebody else to fix you. If you're broken into pieces, and that person that broke you into pieces is trying to put you together, it ain't never gonna be the same. It's not. A lot of people probably going through this right now. A lot. You have been broken into pieces. People haven't been taking you serious, and you've been doing everything you can, and it feels like it's still not enough. But don't you give up on yourself. Don't you settle for less. You know your values. You know what you're worth. Start demanding for that. Start taking action today. Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. I'm going to support anybody that's trying to make that change. It is not easy. It's the most difficult thing because you're blind. You can't see it. But once those hands are out the way and you clearly see, you start realizing what your values are, how much are you worth, and you're not going to settle for less. I hope this helped out somebody out there. I hope that when y'all get a chance to watch it over again, you realize that you're worth every breath of life. Don't you give up on yourself, and don't you settle for less. Hey, when you get a chance, subscribe to the channel. Si te gusta lo que mira, press like. Share this video on your social media platforms. Drop a comment in the comment section. I'm always interacting with mi gente, ya tu sabes. Hit the notification bell to get notified. Visit the website, r2drec.com. And always remember, have peace in your heart, have faith, and never give up. All right, 1.